Please join me in prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for bringing us together to celebrate the class of 2021. We are blessed to share this moment with our families, friends, and teachers who have supported us throughout our years at Westminster. We have been challenged the past 4 years, yet have risen to the occasion and grown together as a class. You have taught us to appreciate one another and cherish these relationships. Soon, we will be stepping forward into new places with new people and new experiences. You have shaped us from followers into leaders, and we are ready to share your message to the people we touch. As we say goodbye, our hearts are filled with memories. Let us carry these moments with us and remain faithful in all that we do. Our future is bright and filled with hope. May you guide us with your love wherever life takes us. I pray this in your name. Amen.
Good evening. It is my distinct honor to welcome each of you, both present and joining by live stream, to tonight's ceremony. Commencement at Westminster Academy typically includes a measure of pomp and circumstance, a nod to our Scottish Presbyterian heritage, hence the bagpipes, and highlights our mission as demonstrated by these students and reflected in our portrait of graduate. At the same time, commencement represents a community gathering that includes members of the board, esteemed faculty, distinguished and honored guests, family and friends, and of course, the members of the class of 2021. While serving as a new beginning, it also affords us the opportunity to consider our journey together and to bear witness to God's providence in our midst. Seniors, within the hour, you will join a very special group of people, those select few who are Westminster Academy alumni. Tonight, I pray that you count your time here as a blessing. And looking forward, I hope that the conversation at your 10-year reunion is less about masks, flex, and social distance, and is more about how the faculty stretched to serve you, how your school fought for you, and how God superintended all of our steps. Perhaps at that reunion, you might consider this the senior year that almost didn't happen. Just 1 year ago, it was difficult to imagine this evening. But because Westminster Academy believes that a Christian education is absolutely critical and that it is best experienced on campus and in community, we opened on August 12th with this very evening in mind for each of you. Tonight's ceremony highlights the collective accomplishments of this class. Many of these are noted in your program. The class of 2021 has a strong foundation as they commence into the next season of their lives. Parents, consider the outcome of your 16,000-hour investment. We're grateful for your partnership and honored that you shared your children with us. Faculty and colleagues, your dedication in the face of adversity has not only been in the best Westminster tradition, it has been inspirational. Consider the work of your hands. As we gather this evening, let's praise God for what He has done, is doing, and will yet do. This is a special evening for all of us, and it is appropriate for us to enjoy it together. Class 2021, well done.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Samantha Jimenez, and it's an honor to be up here as the senior class president, representing the class of 2021. I am proud to take this opportunity to thank the parents and the faculty here tonight, as well as those who could not be here. I want to start off by pointing out that our class has gone through far from the ordinary. Our accomplishments as a class in persevering through COVID, online classes, and taking away privileges as seniors has made this very moment that much more memorable. Senior year is a time we should be able to look back to. So seniors, as you walk across that stage tonight, remember that you've made it this far amidst all the challenges we faced. Moving forward, I would first like to acknowledge all the parents here tonight. Whether we as children tell you enough or not, we appreciate you. From taking our first steps as babies to our taking our first steps as independent individuals. You have molded us into who we are today. Thank you for your guidance and support throughout the most difficult 4 years of our lives, where we as teens are trying to figure out who we are and where we fit in. I would like to take this moment and especially thank my mother. Where to even begin? She is my world. Thank you for sacrificing everything in order for me to attend here, where I'm able to learn in a Christian-based environment. Something you have always taught me was that I am where I am by the grace of God, and in every situation, we have seen his mercy shine through. I wouldn't be at this school if your faith hadn't encouraged me to stay rooted in mine. You are a fighter, resilient, and the strongest woman I know, mentally and spiritually. The time I have up here is not enough to express my infinite gratitude towards everything you have done for me. As our time at WA comes to an end, I would like to thank the faculty and staff here at Westminster. You have done everything in your power to make this year as normal as possible amidst the pandemic and ensured a safe environment for us to learn in. Thank you to the faculty we don't see every day but contribute to our everyday lives at school. We see your efforts in trying to make Westminster a better place for us all. A big appreciation goes to all the teachers who have been part of our journey here at Westminster. Whether that be starting at Little Ridge or just the high school experience, you have instilled in us a Christ-like character. You have shown each of us not to give up, even in the toughest of situations, and how to overcome our battles. As some of you may know, I struggle with chronic lupus and was diagnosed with it at the beginning of my high school experience. This is why I would like to give a special thank you to Dr. Garcia, Mrs. Gant, and Mr. Buitt. These teachers have not only extended their wisdom through their teaching, but their hand as well in every possible way. They have shown me the community offered here at this school. My sickness progressively got worse throughout each year, and every year, I had an even bigger support system behind me. My teachers understood that I needed more time due to the gravity of my situation, and the school board sent me wonderful gifts to cheer me up during the hard times and wrote me some inspiring letters. Despite what I was going through, I knew that I was not alone. I remember Dr. Garcia visiting me at the hospital and praying over me, as well as giving me this huge card signed by all the students, and Mrs. Gant extending my research paper due date until the exam day. Another example is when the Lions Parents Association sent me a card with words of encouragement and reassurance of the family I have here at this school. Westminster has done an amazing job at instilling a Christ-like community around us students. Being able to be at this school has been a blessing in itself, but the people I have met throughout the duration of my high school experience has been an even bigger gift to me. Thank you.
Grander earth has quaked before, moved by the sound of his voice. Seas that are shaken and stirred can be calmed and broken for my regard. Through it all, this mountain that's in front of me will be thrown into the midst of the sea. And through it all, my eyes are on you. And through it all, it is well. Through it all, my eyes are on you, and it is well. It is well. So let go, my soul, and trust in Him. The waves and winds still know His name. So let go, my soul, and trust in Him. The waves and winds still know His name. It is well with my soul. It is And through it all, my eyes are on you. Through it all, it is well. Through it all, my eyes are on you, and it is well with me.
It's so great to be here tonight. Our school theme was Firm Foundation, and with great leadership, we opened the doors with Christ's confidence while other schools waited to follow our lead. My name is Sandy Smith Hall. I graduated in the class of 1985. I'm a lifer along with 19 of our graduating students tonight. I'm on the Alumni Relation and Advancement team, and they say, choose a job you love and you'll never work a day in your life. WA is an amazing place. I knew it as a student, and that's why I wanted to become a teacher, teaching 17 years at WA until moving into this role. I'm so grateful that as a parent, my husband and I could partner with WA, our second family, in raising our daughters here with a biblically based education. WA is a unit school. Faculty and staff have the benefit of seeing the development of the students from a young age, and if we're truly blessed, we get to see you through to this night. The foundation students receive by being a part of the WA community have equipped you. You are prepared to be strong. They say, when the roots are deep, you don't need to fear the wind. The foundation students receive by being a part of WA community have equipped you. You are prepared to be strong. As I hear stories and testimonies from the alumni and even the class of 2021 through your scholarship essays regarding the time spent at WA, the impressions left is you know you were loved. The teachers go beyond and above and beyond. WA was a game changer. We're like a second family. Our faculty and staff have supported you, fought for you like no other year, burning the candle at both ends, and they still do more, just because it's for you. Even delivering your senior yard signs at home on a Friday afternoon, cheering you on in the bleachers, celebrating you, and even crying with you. Seniors, would you please give a round of applause to the best faculty and staff in the country? Do you know that even former teachers come back 3 times a year, retired teachers, to have a luncheon and a reunion of their own where they pray for the faculty and staff and review and go over alumni memories? If you're a WA alumni, would you please stand for just a moment? Take a look around, seniors. I don't do this to be tribal about WA, but I want to encourage you, class of 2021, that we are here for the long haul. We are a third-generation Covenant school, and those standing weren't just parents from the senior class. We have faculty and staff, pastors, extended family, local business owners, internship possibilities. They come back to give back. Thank you. We have a saying here, family never graduates. In class of 2021, tonight, we have a network of 3,962 alumni that are all over the world. You are now an elite member of the WA alumni, and our main desire is to unite. Galatians 6:10 says, therefore, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all people, especially those who are believers. We want to encourage you, our new alum, parents that have made the financial sacrifice, as well as the faculty and staff who have taught and nurtured these minds. We are in the business of raising up our next generation of leaders. We know our students at WA have graduated having completed a unique academic and spiritual experience. The solid biblical worldview tonight taught, combined with a sense of community, prepares our students for the next phase in life, well prepared for whatever God has in store for you. We call this a portrait of a graduate. Our alumni board looks forward to recognizing and encouraging these men and women from a variety of experiences in work and in ministry through 3 categories of awards. We give 2 senior scholarship awards. We have the Athletic Hall of Honor at Homecoming, where we induct athletes, coaches, and teams. And we have the Distinguished Alumnus Award. This is the highest honor recognized by the Alumni Association. We highlight alumni that have demonstrated excellence in their field of service. The Distinguished Alumnus serves as a testimony of God's grace and favor on our school, and the recipient of the 2021 Distinguished Alumnus Award is, from the class of 1981, Greg Coningsby. The Coningsby family has a long history at Westminster Academy, starting back in 1975. There have been Coningsbys in our hallways almost every year. His mother, Betty Coningsby, was one of our first art teachers. And at one point, I think they even beat the Sapowski-Nava family at a Grandparents' Day contest of who had the most grandchildren in our school. Greg is an engineering manager and part owner of the family business, Apex Machine Company, as well as 2 other companies. He is responsible for all the design aspects of our custom printing machines. He started working at the company in high school, working each summer in school breaks at a manufacturing company with many different departments that gave him the opportunity to gain practical experience. Greg joined the Apex engineering team shortly after graduating from University of Mississippi with a bachelor degree in mechanical engineering. Apex has grown from 50 employees at one location in Fort Lauderdale to over 120 employees with an additional factory in Ohio. Each machine is custom designed using 3D software and shipped to factories all over the world. His team of engineers have designed machines that produce billions of dollars of profit for a few of the top pharmaceutical companies each year. As a parent, he participated in the Parent Association, assisted on many WA events, and chaperoned field trips. Greg has been involved in the Westminster robotics team since 1999 and senior designer for the past 20 years. He is considered a lead mechanical mentor. The WA Shark Attack Team 744 is known all around the country for building a competitive robot each year that teams respect and admire. He helped design and construct over 16 robots with our team. Students spend 16,000 hours from kindergarten through 12th grade, but Greg, along with the Apex Industrial Mentors, have spent over 20,000 hours volunteering time and expertise to our program. It is with great distinction and honor that we present this year's Portrait of a Graduate, our 2021 Distinguished Alumnus Award, to Greg Coningsby. We're especially honored to have many from his family here tonight to celebrate. Greg is married to Susie, one of our favorite room moms and ambassadors of the school. His son Trevor, after tonight, he'll be a lifer. And then Tyler, who we have for a few more years. Please join me in celebrating Greg Coningsby.
Thank you for the intro, Sandy. Appreciate that. I'm incredibly honored and grateful to be a recipient of this award. I would like to thank the Alumni Association, Mr. Satterley, and the faculty. I remember being hesitant about transferring from another private school to Westminster Academy in 7th grade. I did not know what to expect. It was then that I met my longest and best friends who are still in my life today. Just a few weeks ago, I went to Hilton Head Island with those friends to celebrate our 40-year high school anniversary. I am blessed to have gone to a Christian high school and meet a lifelong friends who have the same beliefs as I do. My parents told me I had to go to a college, and they knew that WA would prepare me. They also encouraged me to be a mechanical engineer for the family business, since my older brothers were destined for salesmen. So after high school, my best friends, Steve and I, went to the University of Mississippi. I spent many days and nights doing homework while others were having fun. I studied hard, and those efforts helped me reach my goal of getting a mechanical engineering degree. After Ole Miss, I joined Apex Machine Company with my brothers and father. I got involved with the WA robotics team back in 2000, when my younger brother, Russell, needed me to fill in for his absence. It did not take long for me to deeply be involved with the robotic designs and build process. That is when I joined Kent Stoley in the pursuit of the best robot. I have thoroughly enjoyed the thousands of hours spent with Kent in our journey to mentor the students and sustaining the many aspects within the robotics team in a godly way. I hope I have had a positive impact on the students as they pass through the robotics program, since each one of them have touched my heart. I'm extremely proud of the robotics team with all their accomplishments. When we placed #1 in the Florida State this season and 188th in the world, we are a small team compared to the other teams. Team 744 Shark Attack is known around the world as being a top competitor each year. We've been to nationals multiple times competing with the best robots in the world, and we could not have been possible without Kent and Kathy Stoley. Thanks, Kent, for all your support and dedication to the team and the patience of all these years. Go Shark Attack. My time at WA meant everything to me. It had a major impact on who I am today, and that is why my wife and I have our two boys at Westminster Academy. Our two boys, who are lifers, went on more robotics trips than any other kid that I know. I'm proud to know that WA has helped prepare them spiritually and academically. Receiving this Distinguished Alumni Award would not be possible without special people in my life. I'm extremely blessed to have the best wife a man could ask for. A huge thanks to my wife, Susie, for everything during our 20 years of marriage. Thanks to our son, Trevor, who's graduating tonight, and to our son, Tyler, for not complaining and sacrificing many family trips instead of the robotics trips. Thanks to my dad, who is here tonight, and to my mom, who's watching down on me for sending me to WA and giving me the guidance and encouragement that anything is possible when you have God on your side. Thanks to my family and friends who are here tonight. I would like to congratulate the robotics team and the class of 2021. Thanks again for this honor. I will always cherish it.
Hang on right there, Greg. Hang on, Greg. Hang on, Greg. Come back. We have another acknowledgement tonight. Greg and Kent Stoley have spent many hours growing our robotics program that is nationally recognized, winning several regional competitions, many awards, and reaching the top 16 teams in the country. So along with our Distinguished Alumnus Award, this year marks another significant achievement and milestone. Would Mr. Bob Coningsby Sr. please stand, and the brothers that are here tonight, Russ and Todd, for your significant investment in time, talent, and treasure in the robotic program at WA for more than 20 years. Apex Machine Company has been a primary source and sponsor of our robotics team, contributing well over $250,000 in financial support, materials, and volunteered labor to our team. Westminster Academy, along with Mr. Kent Stoley, is presenting to you the Founders Award, presented to the Apex Machine Company for 20 years of outstanding service to FRC Shark Attack 744. Thank you.
Salutatorian of the class of 2021, Charlie So, has earned a cumulative GPA of 4.61 while also earning a STEAM endorsement and taking a rigorous curriculum in high school. Charlie is a National Merit Commend Scholar, an AP Scholar with distinction, earning an average of 3 or higher on 5 or more AP exams. He has been awarded the Furman Scholar Award and is a member of the National Honor Society. He is a programming co-lead and a technical presenter for our first robotics competition team. As such, he has helped our robotics team earn their way to 2 consecutive world championships, and this year his team ranked first in the state of Florida. I think that's worthy of a round of applause. Charlie is very gifted in his understanding of physics and took advanced topics in physics this year in order to prepare himself for both the AP Physics C Mechanics and the AP Physics C Electricity and Magnetism exams. In addition, he regularly seeks extra academic challenges such as taking mathematical foundations of computing and stars and planets in the universe in a summer program at Stanford to pursue his passion for astronomy and engineering. He has competed in the USA Computer Olympiad and other programming contests and regularly enters into math competitions through Broward County. He has represented WA at the Harvard Model Congress, taking a role on the House Committee for Space, Science, and Technology. Throughout high school, he has also played varsity football. Charlie is known as someone who seeks out new challenges and sets high standards of excellence for himself. In the fall, Charlie will attend University of Illinois to pursue a degree in computer science and engineering. Please welcome the class of 2021 salutatorian, Charlie Zoe.
Good evening, Reverend Pacienza, Headmaster Sadly, Dr. Farrar, Mr. Barber, Mr. Coningsby, and Dr. Schwain, distinguished family, faculty, friends, and fellow graduates. It is my pleasure today to share my message with the graduating class of 2021. In the hope that you can depart with no regret of your high school memory, I would like to provide 3 pieces of advice when entering college. First of all, I would like to congratulate everyone on your graduation. Now, I'm sure most of you are anxious about your future. Many obstacles will undoubtedly stand before us as we pursue our individual walk of life. So my speech is to give some techniques on how to overcome those obstacles. First, decision-making is key to success in college. As we enter college, we are unequipped with parents' admonitions. In situations like this, independent decision is imperative. Truth be told, challenge abounds ahead of us, each acting as a point of bifurcation, so the decision we make today impacts our future. Even when various options have conflicting interests, we can only make one choice. Sometimes, simply applying rationality and charging into the obstacle is a fine option. The worst, when it comes to decision-making, is a mindset of escapism, which rather than solving any problem, the procrastination it incurs turns the problem into an urgent crisis in the future. In fact, one of my most learned values studying here as an international student is that be decisive when it's necessary. Second, engage in diverse activities in college. I always ask one question during college interviews. What's your best advice for students entering college? Almost every time, I get the same response. Approach subjects in college without a preconceived bias. Some people may think they are in science, so they dismiss learning opportunities in humanity. But in reality, the spark of inspiration there may change their career path. I myself compare the college life ahead of us as a dark sea at night. Many of us may be reluctant to cross the water as infinite uncertainties arise. Yet, instead of staying in our comfort zone, we should dive into the water and explore in the hope of finding a new continent and establish a lighthouse there to lighten the water for future generations. It is with this attitude of quasi-colonialism that we can truly obtain resonating knowledge to point us in the right direction as we seek our goal. Third, do what you love. When you aim to reach high places, you may find yourself on narrow footing and feel disheartened. When you strive for new things, you may be bombarded with confusion that past goals may be forgotten. Your confidence will falter. At such times, you may not believe in yourself. Why not just try indulging yourself in a hobby, following your heart's reason, until it reaches into a loud, clear, and arousing fortissimo. Then your passion will be rekindled, your goals will grow stronger, and you will reach your climax. Sometimes, if you find yourself mired in fruitless pursuit that interests you not, Do not continue the false sense of duty, for that will be living someone else's life. One are not to follow external standards blindly, but to apply first principles, to always question themselves the real benefits of pursuit. After all, we can only accomplish greatness with things we love. With that, I would like to conclude my speech. Thank you very much, and good luck on your college journey.
See it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. I gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Yeah, just gotta keep going, and I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on, 'cause there's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. Yeah, it's all about the climb. Whoa, it's all about the climb. Keep the faith, keep your faith. Whoa.
The class of 2021 valedictorian is Alejandro Molina. Alejandro has earned a cumulative GPA of 4.84, earning all A's while taking almost all of the honors, AP, and college dual enrollment courses possible. He is an AP Scholar of Distinction and has been recognized as a Furman Scholar. Alejandro is a member of National Honor Society, the Key Club, and has served as the president of National Spanish Honor Society. As a member of the National Spanish Honor Society, he volunteered in an after-school program helping children from undeserved areas with homework and other tasks. He has been chosen by the faculty to represent our school at the National Youth Leadership Forum for Medicine, the Elevate Leadership Conference, the Rotary Youth Leadership Conference, and the Solution Shadowing and Mentoring Program. He has been a writer and presenter on our first robotics competition team's chairman's committee and is also a mechanical and survey specialist. He has helped lead his robotics teams to 3 consecutive world championships, and this year his team is ranked #1 in Florida. In addition to robotics, Alejandro runs cross-country, plays varsity soccer, and has participated in several school musicals. He is the kind of leader that inspires other students around him to work hard and achieve their goals. For all of these qualities, plus his exemplary character and Christian witness, the faculty and administration selected Alejandro as our Pinnacle Award winner this year. In the fall, Alejandro will be attending Georgia Institute of Technology to earn a degree in engineering. Please join me in welcoming the class of 2021 valedictorian, Alejandro Molina.
Good evening, Reverend Pacienza, Headmaster Satterley, Dr. Farrar, Mr. Barber, Mr. Coningsby, and Dr. Schwinn, distinguished faculty, family, friends, and fellow graduates. I would like to begin by expressing my appreciation to those who are responsible for building us up to this night, our staff and families. Thank you, administrators, for creating safe, scholarly environments for students to thrive in. As the workers behind the scenes, you have provided us with state-of-the-art institutions for study and discovery that have allowed us to focus on work and exploration. Teachers, thank you. Without your guidance and mentorship, our class could not have developed into the high achievers and scholars we have become. Your patience, kindness, adeptness, and passion with which you teach your respective courses has made all the difference. However, the most important characteristic of your classrooms has been the openness for conversation and discussion of contrasting views. You have demonstrated through your willingness to consider different perspectives that it is possible to solve problems using alternate methods rather than adhering to the standard form, and that correct answers are not always the same. By exemplifying this quality, our class has been elevated to think outside the box, meaning that now, once we go on to college, we will have that ability to argue for contrasting alternative views and be confident in challenging and pushing the boundaries of academia. It has been my honor to have been taught under your tutelage that has prepared my classmates and I to move on to the next chapter of our lives with the tools we need to excel. Family, you have always been a part of our lives. Through thick and thin, you have always stuck with us. Now, as we leave, we take with us the values you have taught us and the love you have shown us. Though we may be far away, we will never forget where we come from. Mom and Dad, I'm not certain that 18 years ago, the person I am today is what you had in mind. There are so many things that I'm grateful for, but above all else, the one that stands out has been your dedication to put in the work in everything you do. Not only has it created a healthy environment for me to focus on my responsibilities, but I have learned by example to do the same. I hope that I have and will continue to make you proud. Sebastian, my brother, you have had the biggest influence on me throughout the years. Your achievements have been a goal that I constantly feel I need to reach. Seeing you carve out your path has inspired me, and I constantly feel that I'm prepared to do the same. Thank you. My aunt, Tia Lili, I gave you the nickname Escuela, which is the word school in Spanish, because I would see you almost every day after beginning your AP Spanish class my junior year. However, you have been much more than an aunt or a teacher. You have been a role model, a friend, and an inspiration. Thank you for always brightening up my day and helping me to see God's hand in my life. To the rest of my family, mis abuelos, my cousins, my aunts, and uncles, thank you for the love, support, and care you have always shown me that has helped me become the person I am today. Gracias y los amo a todos. Class of 2021, congratulations. We have dedicated our time and our effort throughout the past 4 years to reach this momentous night. Our class has gone above and beyond the status quo, setting new records for the school and ourselves. Along the way, there were undoubtedly challenging times, but we did not allow for obstacles in our way to prevent us from progressing. We did not allow for obstacles in our way to define us. We did not allow for obstacles in our way to turn us around and give up. Instead, we learned, adapted, and overcame. This perseverance has been a defining characteristic of our class, and tonight is evidence of that. We have come extraordinarily far from where we began. No one has ended the way they started 4 years ago. We have become more experienced and matured. And now, as a new path emerges ahead, filled with uncertainty, it is imperative that we continue to carry with us that perseverance to conquer barriers in our way. However, remember that we were not alone when we overcame these obstacles. It was with God's hand. As stated in Isaiah 41:10, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." Combining our individual perseverance and God's will, we are able to not only push through challenges, but soar to realize monumental achievements. Furthermore, life may continually block our paths with obstacles, but know that it is at those key moments that our true identities are revealed. The road we take is unpredictable. There may be times of trial that push us to our limits. However, at that moment, we demonstrate the person we truly are. If we remain steadfast in God's hand and continue to face life's challenges with our enduring perseverance, nothing will be able to prevent us from progressing on our path. Therefore, the true measure of self comes when we face the hardest trials. So when the time comes, continue to use the perseverance that we have exemplified in the past to overcome the future. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2021.
Well, as we can all attest, this year has been marked by challenge. The good news is that with difficulty comes opportunity. One challenge our school faced was how to plan end-of-the-year events in the face of changing and unpredictable conditions. Preservation of commencement quickly emerged as the top priority. At the same time, a significant part of the Westminster Academy experience rests with community and relationships, the capstone of those being the senior trip. But it's not just any trip. This one is extremely important in the spiritual formation of our students, and it is also a lot of fun. Typically, our students complete exams and embark upon their trip as a final lap at our school. Clearly, the traditional schedule and approach would not work this year, so Mr. Jomini, leader of the trip and senior Bible teacher, presented an alternative to this challenge. Move commencement up and take the trip after. These guys actually leave on Sunday. After consideration, we embraced the change, even though it presented a new set of challenges, not the least of which was a conflict with our scheduled speaker. As with all things, God was already working to provide us the very speaker we need for tonight, Dr. Deborah Schwinn. Just after her appointment as president of Palm Beach Atlantic University, Dr. Schwinn visited our campus accompanied by Laura Bishop, WA class of '87, last year's distinguished alum and a member of Dr. Schwinn's cabinet. Thankfully, Dr. Schwinn was available, and since she is interested in building a new relationship with our school, readily accepted our invitation to speak. And we look forward to that growing partnership. Her biographical information is in your program, and in addition to her current role as president of Palm Beach Atlantic, she is also a scientist, a physician, and a scholar. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Deborah Schwinn as this year's commencement speaker.
Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you, and I appreciate your introduction very much. It's an honor to spend this special time with each of you tonight. I have learned quite a bit about Westminster Academy with numerous connections that this school has with Palm Beach Atlantic University. Our executive vice president, as mentioned, Laura Bishop, is a proud Westminster alumna and speaks of her time here with great fondness. Wayne Cotton, who serves on the Westminster Academy Board, also serves on the PBA Board of Trustees, and I'm very grateful for PBA's special relationship with Pastor Rob Pacienza. He's candidly one of my favorite chapel speakers, and he's been a delight getting to know him. We're constantly connecting with Westminster Academy alumni who are doing creative things in our community, and we have many Westminster Academy graduates doing incredibly well in our student body. They're smart, they're leaders, and they all seem to have a witty sense of humor. So my sense is that you're leaving this school with a firm foundation for the future. So let's talk about your next steps. How will you build upon this firm foundation in the next chapter of your lives? I'll share a bit from my own experience tonight. First of all, I'm a violinist. I never applied to university. Can you imagine? Only to conservatory. But then I thought, wow, I really love something diametrically opposite to music, which is chemistry. And so I decided in the end to go to a nearby school with a great chemistry department, the College of Worcester in Worcester, Ohio. And in college, my love for the sciences blossomed, and I began to discern my calling. I went to medical school at Stanford University and worked very hard, but I also went to a wonderful church. So keep that in mind as you move from place to place in years ahead. Finding a church family is very important. So now I look back over my years in high school, and I realize how richly God provided opportunities for me to cultivate the gifts that were given to me. And then he provided unique ways for me to use these gifts in serving others. I believe that's a very beautiful way to honor God, giving him back the very gifts that he's given to us. The Apostle Paul reminds us there are different kinds of gifts and different ways to serve. That diversity is clearly reflected right here in your Westminster class of 2021. Just as each of you was fearfully and wonderfully made in your mother's womb, each of you has been given unique gifts and abilities to use throughout your lives. It's time for you to explore those special gifts. But now, how do you recognize those gifts? I'll suggest 3 ways. First of all, talk to people who really know you. And when I say talk to them, I don't mean telling them your plans. I mean sit down with them and engage them in conversation about what they have observed about you, and listen with open ears with what they have to say. Secondly, ask yourself, what do I really enjoy doing the most? There are far too many people today in the working world who honestly hate their jobs. I'm certain that's not the kind of daily existence that Jesus had in mind when he talked about the abundant life. My prayer is not that you find a job, but that I pray that you find a calling, a place where you're using your gifts uniquely and enjoying your work and seeing significant positive impact as a result. I even want you to look around and think, I can't believe I'm getting paid for this job. Though I have to warn you, probably most people don't feel that every single day. Thirdly, talk to God about your gifts. Tell him your questions and your dreams for your future. And just like talking to people that you know, talking to God means opening up your heart to him and listening. It's a vital skill to develop, and it will serve you throughout your life. Don't expect neon lights and an audible voice from heaven, and don't worry if you don't hear an answer right away. This kind of listening takes practice and it takes patience. But we've got God's promise that those who seek will find. Once you've identified the gifts that God has given, then you need to develop them. That's where university and various internships come into play. But you can get started right away. Read, study, listen to podcasts, get involved in clubs and organizations. Find experienced people who excel in a gift that you're seeking to develop. Ask them to let you shadow them on their jobs. This summer would be a great time to do that. Don't think that you must concentrate on just one gift. I found that God has opened doors for me to combine my different gifts in very special ways to serve. I've also found that often we have to wait for those doors to be opened. And sometimes it's puzzling over that wait that is really testing our patience, that is some of the most important times in our lives. Read the story of Joseph in the Old Testament and just imagine what Joseph could have told us about his experiences of waiting. Now let me share with you a story from my experience that gave me an aha moment about waiting. I was in the operating room with the heart surgery team. You see, I was a cardiac anesthesiologist, so I gave anesthesia for patients undergoing heart surgery and taught that at Duke, and then ran a research lab to explore various mechanisms underlying ways to make diseases better. But one day, I was in the operating room, and I was the only faculty member there. We had a team of medical students, anesthesia residents, and we had cardiac surgery trainees. When you finish university and go to medical school, it's 4 years of medical school, and it can be anywhere between 3 to 10 years of residency. If you're going to do cardiac surgery, you may take 8 to 9 years to complete that whole project in terms of residency alone. So I was in the room with a cardiac surgery fellow approximately 1 to 2 years from being out on his own to be a heart surgeon. Well, when you do heart surgery, you have to literally open the chest, and you do it through the breastbone. You take a saw and you saw down it. Now the patients are asleep, they don't feel a thing, but it's a very robust stimulus to the body. And sometimes the part of the nervous system that slows your heart rate gets really overacted, and occasionally the heartbeat will stop. This happened this one day, and the cardiac surgery faculty member was not yet in the room. When that heart stopped beating, I saw the cardiac surgery fellow's face just go completely white, and he looked up with me. I just want to tell you how we are organized during heart surgery. You have the cardiac surgeons around the chest of the patient working on the heart. You have a sheet up between right about here at the neck, and then you have your anesthesia personnel up at the head of the table. So literally, I was maybe a foot away from his face with a sterile sheet between us. He looked up at me with big eyes that pleaded, "What do I do now?" Now, very calmly, I told him, "Take your pointer finger, attach it to your thumb, and flick the heart." He said, "What? Do what?" And so I showed him, just flick the heart like this. So I flicked it several times, and then he said, he tried it, and I said, "Perfect. Now with the same motion, flick the heart. 1 1,000th, 2 1,000th, 3 1,000th. And he started to do it, even though his face was white, and the heart started to beat. You see, when the heart fills with fluid, if it doesn't pump that fluid out, it gradually gets more and more distended, and like a balloon that's over distended, it can pop or literally die. If you flick the heart, you put just enough electrical activity on that muscle that it will beat. And that's what he was doing. Once a second, he was beating that heart. Now, what he didn't know is that I was leaning over to the nurse saying, "Please get him the pacing wires now." And someone else in the room started the flicking the heart and continued it while he sewed the pacing wires in, handed them over the sheet to us in anesthesia. We started the pacer, and everything was fine. So just then, the cardiac surgery faculty member entered the room. And he said, "How are things going?" We said, "Just fine, thank you." And then we told him what happened. But the situation was solved, and it had to be solved in just a few seconds. Fortunately, everything for this patient turned out fine. This was just a rescue. But I want to ask you, how would I know as a cardiac anesthesia faculty member what to tell a cardiac surgery trainee to do in an emergency like that? Well, by then I'd done anesthesia for about 1,000 heart surgeries. I'd been on the faculty at Duke for 20 years. And sometimes coming off the heart-lung machine, when you wash out all the cold solution and all the high potassium that stops the electrical activity, the heart is sluggish in coming back. And the cardiac surgeons literally flick the heart. And it slowly kind of comes back, and we put pacing wires on, and off we go. So I simply took something that I had seen in a slightly different situation and realized in that moment that we could transfer that knowledge to a new situation. That's what innovation is, folks. It's not necessarily coming up with something no one's ever done. It's using what you know or what you observe carefully and applying it in a new situation or a new way of business. So later, when I reflected on that anxious surgical fellow, counting, flicking, and waiting for the heart to beat, I realized that that scene is analogous to our daily lives and our hopes and our dreams. It gives us, if we give our dreams to God, He literally holds them in His hand, just as lovingly and securely as He holds our beating hearts every moment of our lives. So as you develop your gifts and discern your calling and peruse a dream that you believe that God has given you as a graduate, something may happen sometimes that seems to threaten that dream. You may fail that calculus midterm. Maybe you didn't get the internship or work opportunity that was so perfect. Maybe somebody else gets that promotion that you had counted on. If that happens, don't give up your dream. Hang on to that dream in your heart and give your heart a little flick. That day in the operating room, I bet the cardiac surgery trainee was praying while he was flicking. So do the same. Flick and pray. God's still in control. He wants to shape us into people of perseverance, character, hope, and faith. So when we cling to our dreams in faith and in prayer, God will provide people around us to answer our prayers. To you who feel called to be business owners or leaders of any kind, I hope you've already learned the value of collaboration and of teamwork. Open heart surgery requires a full team around that operating room table, with each member faithfully doing his or her part. The same is true in any successful organization. The best team members are encouragers. Think of the class of 2021 as a team. And though you go your separate ways, I hope you will stay in touch with each other, sharing your news, your hopes, your dreams, and your prayer needs. You've got a lot on your minds in this exciting time of your life, with all the hustle and bustle of parties and plans, commencement speakers. Just have to acknowledge that most commencement speeches are quickly forgotten. But there's a memory trick. Everyone flick with me, please. Maybe you can take that flick with you as you leave and take that story about the heart that stopped. Then in the days to come, when you catch up with former classmates, give them a flick, metaphorically, asking them what's happened and encouraging them on the path toward their dreams. Finally, looking forward to your new challenges in college, as a university president, I leave you with a few practical suggestions. I strongly encourage you to immerse yourself in all that this time in your life provides you. And perhaps as a Westminster Academy graduate, you don't need all of these suggestions, but maybe just a few. First of all, make new friends. Go to class. Read to learn, not to go through the motions. Embrace new subjects. Go to every class. Yes, I said that again. Go to sporting events. Use your professors' hours and get to know them. Never be afraid to ask them for questions if you don't understand something, and go to class. Being Westminster Academy grads, you are well prepared to use your gifts and talents to the glory of God. Remember to thank Westminster Academy teachers who have shared their lives with you, and thank your parents who have made it possible for you to be here today. So, class of 2021, we look forward to hearing great things from you. God bless you, and Godspeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Schwinn. Thank you for sharing with us today. Well, seniors, I should say class of 2021, this is a moment where I want you to feel the weight of encouragement, the weight of our entire community pressing down on you right now to say, well done. This is the time where some of you are going to stand and be recognized, a time where we get to honor you and praise our Lord for the work that he has done in and through you. But I want you to consider this entire community, this entire room that's rooting for you. Those that are viewing via live stream, they're leaning in, rooting for you, praying for you. We will be cheering you on as you take this next stage of life and journey. Students, I want to say, as your principal, I am extremely proud of you. You've done good work, and I want to say thank you. Before we get to your scholarships and awards, I think it an appropriate moment for us, students, for you, to join me in thanking your parents. And so, parents of the class of 2021, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. You were the ones who raised these children, these graduates, and we thank you. And now I would ask if the grandparents of the class of 2021 please stand so we can recognize you. For you indeed are the ones who raised the parents of the class of 2021, and we thank you. Well, students, back to you and all that God has done in and through you. And I have the privilege of presenting the scholarships and awards. And so students, as we practice, there will be times where I'll ask you to stand. And for the entire community, on May 10th, we held our annual senior award ceremony. We celebrated how this senior class has used their God-given gifts and talents to His glory. Tonight, we'd like to briefly share with you the accomplishments of this class over the last 4 years. We call this the Class of 2021 Statistics. There are 76, yes, 76 graduating seniors in the class of 2021. 19 of you are lifers here at Westminster Academy. This being said, the 19 students, if you are a WA lifer, would you please stand right now to be recognized? We've had a number of our students participate in membership and honorary organizations. 33 are in the National Honor Society, 19 are in the Spanish National Honor Society, 5 are in the Latin Honor Society, 5 are in the National Art Honor Society. Try saying that with a Bostonian accent, pardon me. 17 are in the Quill and Scroll, that is the National Journalism Honor Society. 6 of you are members of the International Thespian Society, and 6 are members of the Pre-Medical Club. All students who have been in these honorary organizations, would you please stand? Moving on to academic achievements. Will the students who earned summa cum laude all semesters please stand and be recognized? There's 4 of you, Alicia, William, Alejandro, and Blakeman. Please stand. AP Scholars. The College Board recognizes students for exceptional performance in advanced placement exams. This year, 9 students have earned an AP Scholar distinction. If you are recognized as an AP Scholar with distinction, an AP Scholar with honor, or an AP Scholar, please stand. Seven of our seniors have completed the capstone certificate requirements, taking both AP research classes. If you are a capstone certificate or diploma candidate, would you please stand? Three of our seniors have completed the requirements to earn a STEM endorsement. If you have earned a STEM endorsement, please stand. That's William, Alejandro, and Charlie. Moving on to our Christian service hours. And we thank God for allowing us to serve Him faithfully, and thank you, students, for faithfully serving our school, our community, and our Lord. Christian service hours. 74% of this year's seniors have completed 200 or more Christian service hours in their high school career. 18% have completed 500 or more service hours. Please stand if you have served over 500 Christian service hours, and join me in congratulating them. In this, 4 of our students, 4, have earned over 1,000 hours of service. Rachel, Joseph, Vincent, and Derek, would you please stand and be recognized? Well, I'm sure you also enjoyed, as much as I did, a glimpse into the lives of these graduates and the wonderful work that God has done in and through them here at Westminster Academy. Thank you, parents, for sharing your children with us. We love you, and students, we're here for you. We're rooting you on. Congratulations. I would now like to invite both Lieutenant Commander, United States Navy Reserve retired George Moritas Jr. and our senior, one of our senior class, your classmate, Blakeman Shaw, to the stage for the presentation of United States Naval Academy appointments. George Moritas was born and raised in Fort Lauderdale and is a graduate of Fort Lauderdale High School and the United States Naval Academy. After serving 7 years on active duty as a submarine officer in the United States Navy, during which he qualified as a Navy nuclear engineer, George attended the University of Florida College of Law and then followed his father, George Sr., into practice of law. George has been married to his wife, Heather, for 26 years. And they are active members of Coral Ridge Presbyterian Church, where George serves as an elder. They have 2 daughters, Alexis, a 2017 WA alumnus, and Catherine, a 2019 WA alumnus. Thank you, Mr. Moritas, for presenting this appointment tonight.
Thank you. The Navy and Marine Corps are part of an armed forces that are unrivaled in the human history. As we prepare to celebrate Memorial Day next weekend, we thank God for the sacrifices of these men and women that lay out their lives to support and protect us. The U.S. Naval Academy is a 4-year academic institution that provides a college degree and, more significantly, a commission as an officer in the United States Navy or Marine Corps. Westminster Academy has a very long and proud tradition of sending men and women into the armed forces, and particularly the Naval Academy. And tonight, it's my honor to appoint Blakeman Shaw as a new coming up midshipman. So come on forward, Blake. Very proud of you. Very proud of you. The Superintendent of the United States Naval Academy takes great pleasure in recognizing with this certificate of accomplishment the selection of Blakeman Shaw for an offer of appointment to the United States Naval Academy class of 2025 for the Secretary, Vice Admiral Buck, United States Navy. Congratulations, Blake. God bless you. God bless you, Blake.
Senior class, please prepare for the conferring of diplomas.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, as headmaster of Westminster Academy, and on behalf of the administration and faculty, I hereby certify that the members of the class of 2021 have completed all graduation requirements as established by the school board.
Class of 2021, congratulations. We are incredibly proud of you, and we wish you all the best. Mr. Satterley, on behalf of the school board, I accept your recommendation.
Students, prepare to receive your diplomas.
Kason Jose Alday, University of Florida. Alicia Bach An, Nova University. Julia Andert, Nova Southeastern University. Charisse Tiana Ashley, Valencia College. Adriana Marie Atkinson, Oglethorpe University. Caroline Michelle Austin, Kaiser University. Julia Anne-Marie Babin, Palm Beach Atlantic University. Robert John Barber, University of Florida. Katie Ann Boland, Kentucky Wesleyan University. Julian Ariel Camejo, Montreat College. Ian Mitchell, Canada, Broward College. Rachel Abigail Castillo, Stetson University. Joseph Carlo Chirafisi, Tusculum University. Vincent James Chirafisi, North Carolina Wesleyan University. Riley Christopher Clements, Stetson University. Jaden Zaire Clunas, William Penn University. Amanda Olivia Collins, Florida State University. Kyle Robert Lawson Collins, University of Florida. Trevor Patrick Coningsby, University of Mississippi. Kiera Simone Davis, Babson College. Adriana Kathleen Desir, Florida Atlantic University. Benjamin Destin, Bethune-Cookman College. Malia Ellen Hobel Ehrlich, Florida Atlantic University. Abigail Victoria Ann Farrar, Florida Atlantic University. Joe Gabriel Namor Favali, New York Institute of Technology. James Henry Fears, Florida Gulf Coast University. Rebecca Forrester, Valencia College. Louisa Cabral Gamel, Emory University. William Bryant Garcia, University of Central Florida. Kensington Grant Brown, undecided. Reagan Faith Happ, Lock Haven University. Destiny Nicole Harvin, Florida Gulf Coast University. Connor Wallace Hatch, Santa Fe College. Angela Rose Hench, University of Tampa. Thomas John Hendricks, Jr., Valencia College. Christiana Isabel Hewlett, Samford University. William Christopher Hodges, Massachusetts Maritime Academy. Isaiah Jackson, Eva Marie University. Jalen Gizriel Jocks, University of South Florida. Michaela Sephora Jean-Louis, Florida State University. Samantha Nicole Jimenez, University of Central Florida. Hunter Robert Kreisinger, University of Central Florida. Angelina Grace Marinucci, Valencia College. Kylie D. Mathis, Belmont University. Tinley Matzoff, Florida Atlantic University. Jade Ash Monique McCurvin, University of Pittsburgh. Matthew Jordan Miller, Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Alejandros Andres Molina, Georgia Institute of Technology. Philip Carr Moody, University of Miami. Jacqueline Grace Nava, Florida State University. James Edward Nichols III, Stetson University. Aiden William Patterson, Santa Fe College. Hannah Erickson Perrin, University of Alabama. Derek Cameron Petrisco, Pitzer College. David Pentecost Phillips, University of Central Florida. George A. Planakis, University of South Florida. Josephine Jeanette Richter, University of Miami. Javaris Roll, St. Thomas University. Kayla Farrell Roll, American Musical and Dramatic Academy. Ethan Christopher Rose, University of South Florida. Gabrielle DiBiagio Ruya, Florida Atlantic University. Lucas De Biagio Rouye, Florida Atlantic University. Shayna M. Solomon, Nova Southeastern University. Emily Sansbury, Florida Gulf Coast University. Maxine Nyland Seelig, University of South Florida. Ariane Lashai Session Walker, Florida State University. Off to the United States Naval Academy, Blakeman Ronald Shaw. Brooke Anna Steepleton, Clemson University. Braden Elizabeth Sugg, Florida State University. Janiyah Megan Walden, University of Central Florida. Emma Rose Walhoff, University of Southern Mississippi. William Bradley Welch, Florida International University. Kayla Williams, Florida State University. Sarah Mariah Williams, Broward College. Jilan Zhu, University of California, Davis. And a crowd favorite, our last graduate, Charlie Su, University of Illinois.
shine like the sun and hold you in the palm of his hand. The snare of the fowler will never come to you, and famine will bring you no fear. Under his wings your refuge, his faithfulness your shield, and he will raise you up on eagle's wings, bear you on the breath of dawn, make you to shine like the sun, and hold you in the palm of his hand. For to his angels he's given a command to guard you in all of your ways. Upon their hands they will bear you up, lest you dash your foot against a stone. And he will raise you up on eagle's wings, bear you on the breath of dawn, make you to shine like the sun, and hold you, and hold you, and hold you in the palm of his hand, of his hand.
Class of 2021, would you please stand? Graduates, graduates, you may move your tassels. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my distinct honor to present the Westminster Academy Class of 2021.
Class of 2021, on behalf of Coral Ridge Presbyterian Church, congratulations. As an alumni of this great school, welcome to a very special group of men and women. We applaud you. We will be praying for you. We are behind you, standing with you, but most importantly, Jesus goes before you. Our culture is desperate for men and women who stand firm and stand for the truth. And so you will be in our prayers as you go. I also want to acknowledge the crowd up here. I loved your energy. You're welcome back. Yes. You're welcome back Sunday morning. Bring that energy. We'd love to see you. And now for the moment you've all been waiting for, the closing benediction. Would you all rise and receive this good word? Class of 2021 and family and guests, receive this good word from the Apostle Paul, who said, "I am sure that he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion in the day of Jesus Christ." Amen.